and beside this on our official YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official. My name is Srujan Rajput and once I welcome you all on this special 5-day 5-hour online training program on cyber security concerns in emerging technologies, organized by CIT, that is Central Institute of Education and Technology, NCERT, New Delhi, in collaboration with I4C. I4C stands for Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center, Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, to enhance the understanding of teachers, students, educators and various stakeholders on social media and its various aspects to cyber security. On day 1, yesterday, we learned the topic Internet of Things, IoT. On the day 2, today we have another important topic to discuss, that is ransomware, emerging threats and its countermeasures. So that is also an important topic to learn with us today. So training is starting from yesterday and the last day will be on 9th of Feb. Training is the at that 5-day training program, and a quiz will be conducted for you, and that for quiz you have to score 70% or marks or above that 70% of marks in this quiz. Then a participation certificate will be given to you. So wish you all the very best for this particular quiz, but for that you have to watch our all 5 sessions. Towards the end of this session, I will explain you how to register and participate in this quiz. About this quiz, I will told you at the end of this session, but now I am so happy to share the all mediums, so how you can connect with us. We have so many mediums you watch on our official YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official. Go there and use the live chat box option to comment your queries and your question. And another important piece of information is that there is no attendance link, so don't put your attendance on the live chat box option. And about another ways to reach us, to call us, to make a call us, please feel free to call us on 8800-440-559. Beside all these two medium, you can mail us on our official particular mail ID, that is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So now next time to move to, let's introduce our today's guest. Sir Dr. Deepak Kumar is with us. Sir is a senior cyber intelligence expert and sir is from I4C MHA. Sir, warm welcome you. Namaskar.
Thank you.
So as the topic say, cyber security concern in emerging technologies, and we have a particular topic for the day 2, ransomware, emerging threats and its countermeasures. So have you thought about what is the ransomware? So sir, I want to know what is that term ransomware and how it attacks to us and how one can protect from it. Yes sir.
Great. Thank you. First, I would like to say thanks to you and the platform inviting us to discuss about the emerging trends. And coming back to the question which you asked about the ransomware perspective, ransomware, a ransom software, a ransom malware basically, any software, any malware which demands ransom in terms of crypto, in terms of any money basically, that is a ransomware. But in today's generation, today's cyber era, we have seen that there are several methods where user victims, they are getting targeted by these types of malwares, and the entire you can say data, their files, the important documents which is being like encrypted, and ultimately hackers or threat actors, they generally demand money. They ask ransom in crypto or any this digital currency perspective. If you're not able to pay those all things, they may leak your data on dark web or internet platform, and ultimately you become a victim of this kind of threat. So it's a ransomware, a malicious software basically.
Sir, what is attack vector for emerging cyber threats?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I believe in my today's session, even in practical manner, I have added these all things. But initially, any medium like you can say phishing mails, which is one, somebody trying to send some sort of link or URLs on SMS platform, that is 2. Sometimes people download the crack softwares, or you can say like trial versions of something which is there. Sometimes maybe user not updated your computers and applications or software. That is one of the major medium like where attackers try, and your entire computer has been hijacked, and simply they try to connect and they spread this kind of things basically which is there. So these are major common pointers for spreading these attack vectors.
Yeah, actually, I think lack of awareness is a work for that. So we have a session to spread the awareness. So let's start, sir, please.
Yeah, definitely. So before jumping with this one, would like to address, we have seen different threat actors or different malwares.
Okay.
So there's a confusion regarding regarding the virus, regarding trojans, regarding worms, computer worms basically, regarding spywares, keyloggers. Different things are there, but pertaining to this ransomware, again this entire virus, worms, malware, everything, these are part of malware umbrella, a kind of umbrella basically which is there. And under this umbrella all these terms are coming. So coming to the slides basically which is there, a ransomware perspective, it's not only the crime, it's not only the malware which is a serious concern, but but we can say that this kind of malware now a time, or you can say it's threatening human lives as well.
Yes.
So now it comes under human what do you say, national security perspective things, which is a very serious concern. A little example which we can take, like in
Like we
Spain.
shown in some movies also.
Yeah, it's in movies as well, but real examples recently it happened in one of the tourism sector in Spain, where approx $11 million amount of ransom which is being asked by threat actors through the government for unlock the file. So sometimes it's not only one example, there are many examples are there.
Yes.
So again, ransomware is a flourishing criminal industry that not only risk the personal, it's not only targeting to the user, sometimes it's also targeting to the entities, companies, organizations. If I'm saying that if any attack has been attacked on one of the biggest pharmaceutical industry or manufacturing industry, so it's not only impacting the company, sometimes the connected environment could be their share market, their
Yes.
employees, their clients, everything is simultaneously infected by this kind of attack basically. Apart from that, if the same thing attacked by some sort of services which is linked with human angle, which is human lives basically, then in that case what happened? You can see example of recently which was happened in Indian medical sector as well. So a note in front of you in presentation, you can see this is the example of a ransomware note which is threatened by threat actor. The red circled area you can see, like highlighted area where the address is there. In this address a particular blockchain address is there, or you can say a crypto address where hacker ask that if you're not able to give your money on given this particular, then we will leak your content. And that content is specifically in very simple language, and entire thing is operating under dark web as well crypto. This dark web and crypto, these two terms or technology which I am used over here, that is generally used to evade yourself, like hiding their real identity, to maintain their privacy, to what you can say, like to maintain their anonymity. So sometimes these kind of tactics generally which is being used by threat actors, and we have to understand exactly how to prevent ourselves for the same thing. So ransomware, again, it's a types of malware that prevents or limits users from accessing their system. Means like suppose you have your own machine and you just watching your any videos or any content you can say, or maybe you are preparing your presentation for your company, and and suddenly you see that your computer has been like compromised and your entire data is not able to open. Means like a random string is there, could be a file name is like resume.pdf, it could be renamed as resume.pdf.abcd, and when you open that file it will not able to open. So sometimes this is also one example of encrypted file.
Oh. Why social media is that doing this malware works?
Yeah, definitely. Social media is one of the important attack medium you can say, and hence I am connected to you, even though through YouTube actually. So again, YouTube comes in social media platform. So if I am want to connect with you, maybe I can use email ID. Maybe I can send you some sort of email to you. So to use email, I should have Gmail, I should have Proton Mail, any mail could be, or maybe I can connect through WhatsApp or any social media platform. So by the time when we connect, the social media is an attack medium, but the method, like if I'm sending one URL, sending one application to you, that is an attack vector. That file, that suspicious links maybe impact you, and if you download those things, maybe it can compromise your machine if it is vulnerable. So social media play a very important role sometimes to spread such kind of malwares within or to the users basically.
Yeah, if once we get a victim, so how can we, what is the right mechanism to report such type of matters?
Yeah, exactly. First of all, we should know how people don't know, they even not able to differentiate, even they got attacked. I have given one symptom, like if suppose on your desktop entire document is encrypted and you see the file name is changed basically, like I have given example resume.pdf, maybe resume.doc. So resume.doc or resume.pdf, these two documents are there. If you see the name could be random string, it could be resume.pdf.abcd. So sometime it's mean that your ABCD is the extension of that ransomware strain. So this is the one symptom where you're not able to access your machine. If your data is compromised, sometime your entire computer is compromised, we're not able to log in. So in this situation, first of all, we should know, we have to report to the computer emergency response team CERT India, that is one. Second, it could be NCIIPC for the critical infrastructure perspective 2. Third time, the concerned company, like if you work for some company, there is the HR head, there is the technical head, CTOs are there, or you can say incident response team. If you report them immediately, they may take immediate damage control perspective or due diligence they will initiate basically. Until unless we not report, maybe that impact could be spread to other team or other company or other segmented environment basically which is there. And last, very important, we have to also report to the cyber cell or cyber crime or through cybercrime.gov.in, because what is happening, if you not report, we'll not get to know exactly who are the threat actors or attackers or hackers who are attacking, and how many sectors are getting or like victimize these all things basically.
So again, lack of awareness is work there.
Yeah. So coming to last one, so CERT India, NCIPC, these they have their own online mechanism. So you can just write report certain incident @ so they have their own email IDs. So that email ID you can report. And the question is like, what exactly you have to report? You have to report that the note which I have shown to you, that ransomware note which mentioned that pay this amount so and so. Third, the extension which is there, which is mentioning over there, and similarly that can be one of the important samples you can say which is there. Apart from that, there are other websites are there like No More Ransom or other online platforms are there where you can able to report. So at least what is happening, that sample, maybe decryptors is available freely, and you or the threat actor or maybe that person can able to work for the same thing. Yes. So that is the thing which is regarding about particular. So for instance, you can see after this COVID pandemic, because after COVID many people are using internet, and even using internet, then what happened that many people, they don't know exactly, there are many phishing attacks are being like linked with these all things. So after a pandemic, this ransomware attacks seems like a peak over there, and different mechanism, different situations which is there. So now some headlines are there. Now you can see some headlines in front of you which talk about like what are the sectors where happen, like suppose India tops the list in ransomware attacks amid digital push. Similarly, 3/4 of organizations in India have been hit by ransomware threat this year, and India among top 3 countries most affected ransomware attack. So sometime when you see the number of users in India, they are too high. Yes. And you know, if people are there, many users are there, then chances of getting attacked by ransomware is also increased. So sometimes this is the example which is there. And apart from that, some different statistics are there in front of you that talks about like the trends which is there from different agencies. Remember, like from this presentation, it's not only with the company which I'm pointing over here, there are many companies who do self-study or like survey. And those antivirus companies or ZTAs, or you can say EDR, SIM companies, those who provide endpoint security, they even have the clear analytics like exactly what kind of attacks which is done, which ransomware is behind this particular attack as well. What threat actors are there who try to attack and try to get information and to take data, take users information, and simultaneously they can leak those information over the internet. So that is the one concern.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, like cloud based attack. Nowadays what is happening that we are uploading our data on cloud environment, and when we upload our data cloud, for example Google Drive, example of this cloud. Similarly, we have different other mechanism, private cloud, public cloud, where we upload our data. That is one. Think if suppose cloud data is infected or like compromised or attacked by threat actors, then what happen? Simply we should have some mechanism such as like we should have backup. At least we can restore our data. Sometimes we may have some sort of situation where we can able to study or decrypt the data from the backup file, from the restore volume perspective, or you can say there should be segmented area where only partial information can be impacted. So this is very different mechanism for prevention perspective or countermeasure perspective. But initially we rather discuss about countermeasure. We have to more focus on the attack thing, how generally it is being attacked for the same thing. So now the trends in front of you, for example, like micro, small and medium enterprise, MSMEs and individuals are impacted by ransomware threats. So in India you can see, even though there are many concerned, it's not like big companies can be attacked by ransomware. It could be any individual. Let's take one simple example, like a person who do Photoshop or photo editing.
Okay.
So generally they try to download their softwares from dark web, or maybe from normal surface web, or maybe from cracked platforms where those who are providing the cracked software. So what is happening that when they download something from these cracked softwares or that trial version of something, that softwares may contain some sort of malicious element, and these malicious malwares simply act as a agent, or you can say as a payload. Any hacker or any person who is moderating or monitoring that particular, that can able to download, or they can connect with the computer, and then what happen, once they connect with the cracked software, they can able to attack, and they can able to perform many things. Perform many things is mean that they can able to take screenshot of the computer, they can copy your data, they can encrypt your data, and after that they may say that we have taken entire data, and now if you're not able to pay the money, then we're going to release or leak that content on dark web. And that is the reason only the things are coming over there. And second point you can see, which is there about the DJVU stop. So now technically if I'm asking, if I'm telling to the variant perspective, that is the most you can say infamous kind of variant or sample or the type of ransomware which is attacked in India.
Okay.
Majorly, like from the DSCI open source platforms as well. And this is the thing, and when we study the nomenclature or the TTPs, that tactics and techniques and procedures about that particular ransomware, it can tell everything like how people are getting attacked. And third point is talking about like how it is happening by two means. One is phishing and second is vulnerability. So when I'm talking about phishing could be anything. If I'm saying that hello dear sir and madam, your antivirus is going to be expired in next 2 days, so kindly update it. So we think that, oh, let's see, sometime maybe a random application can download onto machine, and then it can say that there are around 35 malware has been found on your machine. Now what to do to remove these all like malware? Please install this antivirus. We thought that it's a free antivirus, and when we download this free antivirus, then what happened? It's not only installing that application of antivirus, sometimes in a disguised manner, as a rat manner, as a malicious concern, a Trojan may be installed in our machine, and silently they can take our data for the analysis perspective.
Getting something in free or dreaming something we get in free is the become type of getting phishing, and the type of malware we attack by that of.
Exactly. So coming back again, like I have various other examples to explain, but majorly the important point is about a simplified term. It is about the how usually people attack, because maybe for me, for you, it could be a very sci-fi word, ransomware, but a person who's not much literate, but he's doing only specific job, like printing machine perspective, like a small village or any shop, but sometimes they don't know about, like if they install a cracked software, if they download or click on some phishing link, their computer may be hijacked. In that case, they are the victim as well. Their data is going outside. If they are not paying that money to them as a crypto, there is no mean, but hacker having the data.
Yes.
And once hacker having the data, that data could be PII, personal identifying information, and that PII data could be Aadhaar data, could be any data, and that can be misused by threat actors or hackers to initiate or fuel that cybercrime perspective, and we don't know exactly how these things can be work out. So these are the angles which is there, and in PPT the last 4 points which is talking about the reported ransomware, the family basically, when you say Lockbit, Revel, Avast Locker, Conti, AHPLV, there different things are there. Some I have mentioned over there. So the example which I have given you regarding in Spain, the tourism sector perspective, that attack is done by a Lockbit ransomware group.
Okay.
And when you say group or RAS is basically ransomware as a service. RAS operator are the basically threat actors or professionals, a group of professionals or actors who highly skilled. They are sitting anywhere across the country or world basically, you can say, and they are hiding themselves from different VPN perspective, and they are highly skilled professionals. They may attack sometimes through the exploiting the vulnerabilities which is there. Apart from that, they may take our data and they can leak the data onto internet. That is called double ransomware.
Okay.
Okay. So now targets basically, where they are targeting about? They are targeting to where? They are targeting to government departments. They are targeting to banking sectors, security, healthcare department, education, public services, financial firms, digital transformation. So by the time from the initiative of I4C, a portal called cybercrime.gov.in, and from the state police perspective, when we read about the content or when they share the content incident pertaining to ransomware, then we got to know that the crime or the attack in the area of ransomware in India, that is far different from the attack which is happened in different countries. So I have given one example like Photoshop application. I am talking about a person download cracked version of Microsoft Office, or maybe you can say PDF converter, or you can say any gaming perspective things which is there, or maybe they want to update their antivirus, cracked antivirus. So sometime using these cracked softwares or applications, what is happening that is one of the major medium to attack by these things. If you heard about torrent was very old P2P kind of concept where people download these softwares and applications from there, and simply when the computer has been hijacked or their Windows machine hijacked, then simply they are the victim of that ransomware. And similarly, when you talk about the latest trend perspective where hackers not asking to download something, they simply do one thing. These threat actors generally check what kind of operating system you are using. If suppose you are using Windows machine, if you are using Linux machine, in Windows machine like you are using Microsoft Office. So if I am asking like what is the latest Microsoft Office you are using, you think yourself. And if you are using Windows 7 based Microsoft Office like 2007, 2012, 16, some edition, and if it is not latest updated, then there is a high chances of things where hacker can send some documents or some malicious embed documents which can be act as a file or a malicious content to you where attacker can intrude into your machine. So that is one of the biggest concern which is there. So now evolution perspective, we are thinking from the floppy disk kind of trend where, and now the things are changing towards blockchain technologies or crypto or dark web AI generative things. So point here is that the hackers or threat actors, when I am saying hackers, they are the highly techies basically, and they are sometimes using or misuse their skill set for their different mean. But point is that in the area of deep fake or in the area of chat GPT, what is happening that hacker can able to design some code to create ransomware malwares. There everything is available. So sometime misuse of these platform is also there, where they can check like how to create bomb, how to create anything. So everything is available online, but when you create some sort of malware in the area of ransomware, and when you create a crafted phishing email, like I want to send that email to the education sector only, like they are sending that I am from education department, and simply I am just trying to create some sort of the posting of these all the officers or the teachers basically, and these are the work orders and these are the posting destinations basically, and that document is look or familiar like the content which is available on open source platform, and simply what is happening, he or she or that threat actor may embed at that malware into that document, and then he or she can able to send through email which is look like the certified something like that, and then what happen, the user can download that thing, and simply what happen, it can create it can bypass by your antivirus, and simply that document can be downloaded onto your machine, and by the time when you click you can hijack like this one. So these things are there over which I would like to add in this concern.
You all are watching us on eVidya channel number 6 to 12, and beside this on our official YouTube channel, that is NCERT official. This is day 2 and we are going to discuss ransomware, emerging threats and its countermeasures. So this is also a very important topic on day 2. We are discussing, we are learning. So let's begin again.
Yeah, definitely. So one more thing from the slide I would like to highlight. The notable ransomwares like Conti, Revil, Babuk, Locker, DarkSide, Lockbit, Nephilim, Ryuk, Sodinokibi, Stop, Petya, WannaCry, different things are there. And the very common tactics is what, like their mechanism, how to attack. An attack I have simplified in very simple term like crack softwares, vulnerabilities, exploitation, different things are there. But nowadays when we see a term called APT, Advanced Persistent Threats, these are the highly, technically, or you can say threat actors generally which present into any department or organization or any server or any mechanism for longer period, remain undetectable by the antiviruses. So that is again a big concern where people or hacker should know exactly, or user or company should know exactly if any malware is already pre-installed or existed in our environment.
Yes.
So this RAS is one of the important term for today in the presentation. RAS stand for Ransomware as a Service. They do what? It's like a gang, it's like an organized crime, organized manner based operation where they do what? Some different person create malware, different person is use that malware to spread.
Okay.
And some different person is going to collect or recruit people to use that malware, or maybe some different person is there for remote management, or some different people or team could be there to blackmail someone. Okay. So set of organized team is there where they are affiliating in different manner, and it is highly they use all the tactics to evade themselves, one, and similarly the mechanism which is being used by these threat actors are very common. You can see from the screen RSGMC, like reconnaissance, like actively monitoring or passive manner to do information gathering, like a company website is what? abc.com. Similarly, they try to scan their company websites and their IP addresses, what windows, like what ports and what services are running, what version they are running. They may use all the softwares like Metasploit, Nuclei, anything which is being used by a professional for VAPT perspective to do bug bounty, to bug hunting. But again the point is that the vulnerability which is they flagged from the software through this same vulnerability comes in this one, but in this manner they use this vulnerability to offensive perspective, not for the defensive perspective. And when they misuse or use this vulnerability to report, rather they try to penetrate into these things. They download all the juicy information, they create all the libraries and data lake. Further they try to ask from the end user, like we found some vulnerability, either you pay some sort of money or pay some sort of like hall of fame, or do something, whatever favor this is there. Otherwise we will leak your data, one, we will sell your data on dark web, two, like this. So entire game is like this, in this manner. So method perspective in the screen, one is very clear, like exploiting the vulnerability. A vulnerability is a weakness. If any vulnerability onto server, onto mobile, onto computer, onto website, onto any particular plugin you can say, or any API. So when they attack these APIs or that particular services, then it's mean that hacker able to get into the service. And once he get into or she get into these things, means that he or she can able to misuse or they have full command to do anything. Second, about the phishing email. Okay. These phishing emails are what, like simply, if you ask me, Deepak, kindly send me the presentation, and in this hurry manner, if I am sending that email or that presentation and the document, that PDF document or that maybe Excel document, and that is like some sort of embedded macro based malwares, then in that case you may not able to understand what is macro based malwares are there. Sometimes maybe if you click that application or that Excel file, silently that malware could download onto your machine, could be dropper.
Okay.
So once it download, like a drive by download or this kind of terms onto your computer, then that agent act as a backdoor onto your machine, and simultaneously whatever the data which is downloaded on your machine, that can be taken by the hacker. And you remember, like the file of these documents are not high, like 2 MB, 1 MB in KBs basically. So that is a very common concern about the phishing emails. Third is about the malicious update files, stolen credentials, malicious links in chat, exploit kits. So when I'm saying malicious links in chat, like if I'm sending that some new yojana is coming by the government of someone, and I'm sending you, please click on this and just apply yourself to use or avail that services, and you don't know exactly that service is not legit, it could be fake. So that is again one of the common tactics into the front of you. So again I'm telling you, the method which is being used by threat actors are very common. We should understand exactly how things are coming to and how these things are manageable.
Okay.
And last, about the impact. What impact could be done? Impact is like sabotage of the company, data breach of that particular, financial loss, reputational damage, no doubt, and legal consequences. And when you say about the code perspective, initially when I have expressed about the umbrella part, that is about the ransomware, networks, worms, trojan. These are the terms generally which is being used by threat actors or for the intelligence perspective. So no need to confuse ourselves, like if botnet is there, virus is there, every malware have their different motive. So when you talk about ransomware, again it's encrypt everything and resulting they ask money to decrypt those content. Similarly, network worm is like a self-replicating platform. The content, trojan like disguising something, it could be it shows like it's antivirus but silently take your information. Botnet is like a group of computer or malicious internet based corrected environment based computers where it every computer functioned as per the command sent by the hacker. Rootkit is like a basically a root level of firmware based kind of malicious code which can function from the root level. Sometimes things are there, virus, adwares, which is there basically.
Okay.
So now in this next one, when I'm connecting with 2 to 3, so initially I have tell that key that actor or threat actor, basically hacker, not only targeting user, sometimes they target to different threat actors. So you can see the threat actors perspective. So sources are there, sources perspective, which is talking about the variety of sources, which is example like national governments are there, terrorist, industrial, secret agents, rogue employees, hackers, business competitors, and organizational based insiders are there. So when I'm saying that threat actors, cyber threat could be anything. It could be the threats which is coming through cyber mean, and when you see the industrial threats which is in front of you. Similarly, when you talk about the some major types of cyber attacks where APT, backdoor, man in the middle attack, DOS attacks, zero-day attacks, SQL. So these terms are there generally when we study like how any attacker can be hacked, any company could be attacked. So sometimes when we study these APT part, backdoor part, then only we know exactly what is the use of individual. So like suppose I told you like I sent you that one PDF file, and you not deleted that file, and that still remain available onto your download folder. If you use that application called PDF, Adobe Reader or some Foxit Reader, if there is a vulnerability into that Adobe Reader or Foxit Reader, or you can say Microsoft Reader or any application, so that application is basically one of the attack medium to attacker to get into this. That's the reason only we have to say that always update your application, always update your servers, always update your softwares and plugins. Sometimes these plugins, these softwares are one of the major indicator for intrusion point. That's called root cause analysis. When any incident responder study, they get to know ki attack kaise hua. Our example perspective, you can see my screen. So malicious ransomware attachment. So you can see the screen where a mail came from taxpayer, and that mail contains one file which is about the document file, and that is called to click it. That is called enable content. When you click that enable content, that macro virus could be downloaded onto your machine. Sometimes this is one example. Similarly, second example is about that people are downloading some sort of movies. So it's a real example in one of the incident basically which we can say a person was downloading a movie from torrent website, and the movie is called Bahubali. I'm not saying the Bahubali movie, it could be any movie, it could be any content. So sometime when they download something, that the application which is used, that is called browser. It could be Chrome browser, it could be Safari. So whatever and whenever you browse something, that entire browsing history stores there. No doubt if they use private browsing or any browsing, but until unless they are using browser, so that information stores somewhere. It could be server, it could be firewall, it could be in a machine there. So sometime when we retrieve their information, then what happened that in that perspective their history reveals that that person was downloading some sort of content which is copyright. Second, that content was malicious, and that is the reason. So what is happening, like suppose you take one example, any recent movie you can take, any controversial content you can take. So people start searching through media. And some person say that yes, I do have a leak video of that particular, or I do have that compromised content, I do have these all things. So sometimes these hackers deliberately upload a malicious content, and when the user search something on internet, they download some fake content, and that could contain malware, and that malware may convert into ransomware like for the functionality perspective. So this is one of the real example for the area where they are using. So in last example, when you see torrent, not only torrent, there are many application, and when you say many application, it could be Microsoft Office one, it could be PDF, like you can say PDF merge, PDF cutter, which is there. Sometimes like video editing, people are using video editing softwares or any image editing softwares which is there for converting or collecting these information. And similarly, there are many research oriented programs where people try to download some content to prepare presentation. So when they download some presentation through internet, they have again they attacked by the threat actors, and simply this could be done. So no doubt virus comes adware. So last point which I mentioned about the adware, that is called advertisement based software.
Okay.
So adwares is like when you see any channel, any website, different pop-ups are coming, and very strange thing when I'm connecting this thing with cybercrime. So what is happening, like there are various illicit websites where some different fake or surrogative advertisements were there. Maybe they say that to do investment onto this thing. So by the time when you download any application, so that application is depending on the platform. Well, the platform is called what exactly? It could be Windows, it could be mobile. If it is mobile, then what happen for Android mobile, we have to use APK file, but if it is an EXE file, then it runs in Windows environment. Similarly, Linux based. So if maximum users are from Windows, then many malwares are designed for Windows platform. So if person is using like iOS based platform, then this Windows platform based virus will not work. Linux based things are very rare as well. So that is the reason only people are using Linux, or sometimes that is one of the main reason for the server perspective. But in this area, threat actors are very smart. They try to create malwares in for which can propagate or which can run on the platform of Linux as well, or you can say Mac based or this iOS platform. But when you download this APK file, then it can create a big havoc for the users. So now threats perspective, which is again I have covered like about the downtime perspective, like if any particular attack has been happened to the company, so then what happened if the company is shut down for time being, then the huge loss could be there. It could be from the reputational perspective, data loss perspective, or the manufacturing perspective. So if the targets are there, like by the evening time or tomorrow they have to prepare some sort of content, if the company is down, then it definitely impact. Similarly, threat information for the CI perspective, so threat to critical infrastructure, that CII sector, that is again a big concern. So if it is a government related or private or any critical sector, it could be education, like today one of the exam could be happen through online platform, and from the India many people, many applicants are there, or many students who going to give their exam through online. If the website is down for 1 hour, then what happen? Similarly, you can see through this G20 summit or like different angle, so many people are watching online. If some hacker or threat actors or group of hackers, they try to do distributed denial of service like DDoS attack, then what happens? That content will not stream properly. So sometimes these things are there. So CI is very important to know, and when multiple attacks are coming from different angle to one angle, then this is one of the concern. Third is about the terror financing. No doubt terror financing is one of the biggest concern. So I told you, like they are using dark web, they are using some mechanism which they can hide themselves, like using VPNs or different virtual private networks, or IP hiding something, or maybe you can say spoofing themselves to evade from getting caught basically. So when they have no fear for these things, then they generate huge amount of money by blackmailing some people, and the money they got and they generate, from that money they can able to create more cyber crimes or more terror financing things for this area. And the fourth point is about the organizations losing access to their system and sensitive data and privacy breaches. So that is also one of the threat where like a company headquarters in Delhi and they have 5-4 branch on different area. If a headquarter is infected by some sort of thing, then rest of the branch will not perform. So that is also one of the things which is the threat perspective.
Yes.
The risk of data leaks and permanent data loss, that is also there. Like suppose I am trusting on the company and I have given my data to them, and what happened that if my data is in that company, if my data is lost, for example, like you heard about big Zomato, or you can say like Big Basket or Domino's, it is on public platform. The news was in public platform, this company are got hacked by threat actors and their data has been breached. And some people like some threat actors even able to produce the data onto the dark web or any surface web based channels or telegram based channels are there. Downtime disruption, again it is loss of reputation. If suppose if the website is down, for example to booking railway Tatkal ticket for example, then the entire market is, you never know exactly what amount of loss can be bear by these companies or these organizations. And the last is the insider threats. And that is very deadly threats. You can't able to prevent because insider is a human angle. If any disgruntled employee into the company, he or she can able to leak some information, then how could you prevent these all things? So definitely these are the things which is there. So one example in front of you is the latest example of the last 7 days. Like what are the top ransomware group which is there? It's very important slide. Those who are practicing into the ransomware area like Logbit, Play, Bianlian, ALHPV, 8base, Trigona, these names are there. These names are very unique and very different and very suspicious kind of thing. So sometimes these names are given by these threat actors, the group of people basically. That is one. And the second side, when you see the this pie chart perspective, the Logbit is the 15.5%, Logbit 2 is 10.3%, ALHPV 7.4, that is the threat actor which is there. So my point is that when I am talking about a threat actor angle, then you think that why Logbit 3 and why Logbit 2, what is the difference between both of them? So the tactics and the threat actors and the mechanism and their functionality of the softwares, or this is little bit different. So sometimes that is also important, that what are the top threat actors or ransomware group which is behind the same thing. And that is the latest attacks. You can see the date, today is the 6th of February, 5th of February. So last 5, you can see the company name like Virgin Island Lottery, Ready Mixed Concrete, Premier Facility Management, Perry McCall Construction, Northern Sheet. So these are the companies, these are the organizations, these are the websites, these are the services, these are the threat the big like you can see unicorn as well could be in this list basically. These has been or hacked by or compromised by ransomware, and the group name at the beside that is called Cactus, Play, Black Bastard, Glean, Logbit 3. So Logbit 3 perspective is called themisbond.co.uk. So that is the website. And when we click on this website, it can redirect, it can tell exactly these websites or belongs to some sort of manufacturing services. So their data has been leaked and this data is on public platform.
That's a shocking data.
No doubt. So through this mechanism, I can show you only the victim list. It's a huge list basically. But by the time when you click, so this is the click, when you click one of the entity, and at the side you can see the URL which is a company called Solar Industries India basically. That was one of the incident happened last year, and in that perspective they have shown some sort of link, that content which is being leaked by these threat actors on dark web, and as well they have leaked on dark web. You can see the URL, it is very like a small the URL basically you can read this URL end with .onion, and that URL contains leaked data where any hacker, any user like me, you, anybody can able to download that data for time being, until unless that link will not shut down. And it's not like normal URL like deepak.com or nxyz.com. It's a onion platform, it's a dark web platform. So trace back this platform a bit tedious concept. It's like a normal shop. If any normal shop is open for shorter period, we don't know exactly who is the owner. Similarly, in online platform, anybody can able to create some sort of random website by different name. They don't have proper certificate of the HTTPS or anything, and they can upload anything. So once I found, being as a hacker, being as an expert, I found some vulnerability, the weakness of, and then I exploit that vulnerability and report something, and then I download something, and then upload these things on dark web by stating that this is one. Similarly, this is 2. Suzuki Motorcycle India halts operation due to cyber attack, and that was last year again in the month of May. So, to think yourself like what is the relation of motorcycle company with the ransomware?
Okay.
You know exactly there are many equipments or devices or computers where this kind of function for the production of something, these technical things, digital things are interlinked. If any operation is stuck down, I'm not saying to create or to manufacture or to produce these vehicles or this motorcycle or anything, it's not, but sometimes if any element, any vertical is impacted by this thing, is linked with Suzuki, it's linked with company. So from the slide presentation, the company which I'm mentioning is not pointing to them, it could be anyone.
Okay.
It could be anyone. Sometimes they have reported, or sometimes they have reported by threat actors or hackers. Similarly, third example is about the Sun Pharmaceutical. And when you talk about Sun Pharmaceutical industry perspective, again, the hacking group called ALPHV ransomware group, which recently seized by the Fed agencies basically. But again, the content is what like these Sun Pharmaceutical content has been leaked on internet. It was again last year actually, the dates are wrong there, but again challenges perspective I would like to highlight. Challenges is very, very critical, because so far we have to understand exactly what happened, and then later we come about challenges, then later we come about the countermeasure. So we have done about like what exactly about the ransomware, how it happened, what is the case studies, and generally how it comes and the impact pertaining to the same thing. But point to the challenges perspective, then which is there about the technical challenges like 1, legal challenges 2, diplomatic challenges 3, and training challenges. So one about the first part, technical challenges, then it is very important that identifying ransomware infrastructure, that is big task.
Okay.
Second, about the misuse of cryptocurrency, like it's not able to identify exactly, like that is different cases like colonial pipeline attack, that was an example, but not all attacks we can able to track or trace basically. Third is about the blockchain and dark web analysis. It is bit tedious to study something. Legal challenges is what exactly, like we don't know in which country, in which jurisdiction basically that particular threat actors reside. It could be from any India. I may be sitting here, I can use VPNs or dark web perspective. I act as a people from Spain. My computer work from like France or maybe from Chandigarh, from any place. Okay. So sometimes accountability is very rare to prove in terms of the jurisdiction perspective. Diplomatic challenges, no doubt, country to country is also very important. Like that's the reason only we have to say that threat actor group number this, APT 10, APT 11, APT 2. These are the tagline generally we have to say or link that key. This kind of attacks generally used by this hacking group, and this could be last. And the last is called training challenges. The challenges are again big, tough, because training challenges are like we should understand exactly what happened. So today I got a good opportunity by this platform where trying to explain what exactly is ransomware in a very simplest term. Second, for prevention perspective, for reporting perspective, because if you don't deter, then only if you don't deter, then we're not able to counter it. Unless we should identify exactly this ransomware, then only we can able to proceed the same thing. So what is happening that in this training part, we should know exactly the prevention, like point 1, if something happened, we should report to the right mechanism, right person, right agency.
Yeah, that's why we conduct this training program for all of you, and our viewers are appreciating you and the information given by you. Thank you so much for this beautiful information. Sir, Deepak Kumar is with us. Sir is a senior cyber consultant, senior cyber intelligence expert, and from I4C MHA. Sir, thanks once again. Namaskar.
Thank you.
So all the viewers with us, I'm so happy to be with a beautiful audience who are connected with us through eVidya channel number 6 to 12, and beside this our official YouTube channel, that is NCERT official, and here we get so much of appreciation, and your attendance is also there. As I mentioned, there is no need to mark your attendance in the live chat box option. You just need to register, and now I tell you how you register yourself and how can you participate in this particular quiz, as I show you you on your screen. Please feel free to connect with us through our official mail ID. First of all, you have to type CIET on any browser, any search engine. Then you get this home page. This is our CIET NCERT's home page, and again next step is to go on activity section on this menu bar. Now second last option is that workshop and training program. Click on this. As we get this window on this page, you have to scroll down, and this current activity is shown to you. That is our day 2 of this activity on online training program, cyber security concern in emerging technologies. You have to click on this link. Next you get this page. This is our online training program, and each and every information is shared there, and here we share you the schedule of this online training program, and this is clearly mentioned who can participate on this training program. If you are a teacher, student, teacher, educator, parents, administrator or general public, any one of you can participate in this program. Next, we have a clear objectives to conduct these training programs. Here we get this, and day 2 we have a session of ransomware, emerging threats and its countermeasures with Sir Deepak Kumar, and day 3 we have a session with Sir Shri Amit Sankholia, and we're going to learn artificial intelligence AI attacks on day 3 session, day 4 session and day 5 session. Topic and guest also mentioned there. Now next we scroll down and we get how to register. You can you get this link on your screen. Please click on this register link and give your all information by clearly write your spelling clearly, so that our team is getting relaxed to create your marks and your everything data you participate in this quiz. After participating or registering by yourself as soon as you can, you get you have to watch our all 5 session, and the link of all 5 session will also be on if you explore our official YouTube channel, that is NCERT official. Next we have a feedback link. Please feel free to share your every feedback, your every query on this link, and this is our official page you are showing on your screen. Next, on day 3 we are with you again. We will meet again tomorrow by itself, and the time will be the same, that's on 4 to 5 p.m. and on day 3, as I mentioned already, we have a very important topic, that is artificial intelligence AI attacks, and Sir Shri Amit Sankholia DD from I4C MHA is with us on this session. Will be in our next session within some minutes with you. That is another important session of Sahyog, and we have a topic for today is stress management techniques and exam. So this is a 5-day, 5-hour online training program of cyber security concern in emerging technologies, and day 2 we learned today is on particular topic ransomware, emerging threats and its countermeasures. So be with us on CIT NCERT's all e-Vidya channels and our official channel, that is NCERT official. Please be with us, and please stay safe from any of ransomware, and we are so happy to spread this awareness on this particular topic as we are going to learn cyber security. My name is Srujan Rajput and I am signing off from this training program. We will meet again. Till then, take care of yourself. Namaskar.